Welcome to the online lecture series of turbo machines. Here is Professor Lakshman Mane. This is lecture on impulse turbines part 6, that is impulse turbine numericals. I acknowledge my sincere thanks to the following authors and courtesy for being used these concepts to make this video session. In this session, you will be able to summarize formulae of Pelton wheel. You will also be able to solve numerical on Pelton wheel. Let us see formulae of Pelton wheel. This is a Pelton wheel. Mass flow rate is given by the formula m dot in kg per second. Peripheral velocity of runner is given by u in meter per second. Here we use velocity triangle diagram in which at inlet the velocity triangle is a straight line where v1 is equal to vw1. Angle alpha and theta are 0 at the inlet. At outlet velocity triangle, angle made by relative velocity is phi and angle made by absolute jet velocity at outlet is beta. Angle of deflection with direction of motion is given in the numerical. Here we use ratio of cos, that is cos phi formula. Then blade velocity coefficient means relation between relative velocities. Speed ratio, that is ratio of peripheral blade velocity to the jet velocity. Then work done per second, work done per unit weight and work done per unit mass. These are the three formulas we need. V1 is equal to Cv into square root of 2gh in meter per second. Net head is given by using formula gross head minus hf. hf is given by Darcy-Weisbach equation. Shaft power and water power formulae in watt. Overall efficiency formula, that is ratio of shaft power to water power, and relation for overall efficiency, hydraulic efficiency and mechanical efficiency is used. Then hydraulic efficiency of Pelton wheel in terms of whirl velocity. Maximum efficiency for Pelton wheel. Hydraulic efficiency without friction and with friction can be required. Specific speed of impulse turbine is given, that is ns is equal to n into square root of p by h raised to 5 by 4. Unit quantities, that is unit speed, unit discharge and unit power can be used. Jet ratio, that is ratio of wheel diameter to jet diameter. Now we will see numerical on Pelton wheel. First numerical, where two jets striking the bucket of Pelton wheel, which is producing power in kilowatt, that is given. Diameter is given, jet diameter. Net head is given, value of Cv is given, and we are asked to calculate overall efficiency. So first of all, given values we enlist. P head, number of jets, diameter is given in mm, that we have to convert into meter. Then Cv and speed. So first use the formula V1 is equal to Cv into square root of 2gh. In this Cv and h are given, so putting the values we can calculate V1 meter per second. As this problem is of number of jets, that is multi-jet, we can use here relation for the penstock discharge is equal to number of jet into discharge by 1 jet. So Q is equal to N into discharge by 1 jet is pi by 4 into d square into V1. So here N, small d and V1 are known. So putting the values, we can calculate value of penstock discharge. Then we use overall efficiency formula, where shaft power we take in watt. So that's why here multiplied by 1000. Value of rho in kg per meter cube as 1000. G value, Q already calculated and H is given, so we by the calculation get overall efficiency percentage. Next, numerical, in which shaft power developed by the Pelton wheel is given with head and speed. Here also CV value is given. Relation for the peripheral velocity is given. Diameter of jet is not exceed on the 16 of wheel diameter. That is what small d is equal to capital D by 16. We have to calculate discharge, wheel diameter, jet diameter and number of jets. Overall efficiency is given in percentage. So enlist the given values, that is shaft power in kilowatt, head in meter, speed in RPM, CV, overall efficiency. U is equal to 0.46 times square root of 2GH is given. So here first of all U is equal to 0.46 times square root of 2GH. This formula we use because we know the H. So calculate U in meter per second. Second, we can calculate jet velocity. The formula is CV into square root of 2GH. In this CV value and head value put get the value of V1 in meter per second. Then we have to calculate wheel diameter. So formula containing wheel diameter is U is equal to pi dn by 60. In this left side U is already calculated. Right side head is given. So here unknown D by the calculation in meter, that is wheel diameter. Then by using the relation between jet diameter and wheel diameter, we get jet diameter also in meter. For the one jet discharge, that is small q, means pi by 4 d square p1. Here diameter of jet is calculated, V1 is also calculated, put over here and get the jet discharge in meter cube per second. From the overall efficiency formula we can calculate Q, because here shaft power is given, that we take in watt, value of rho, G and H, and overall efficiency are known values. So here unknown is Q, that is meter cube per second we get by the calculation. It is what? Penstock discharge in meter cube per second. Now number of jet is what? It is ratio of penstock discharge to the jet discharge. So here n is equal to value we get. If this value is more than 1.58 means it is near, we have to take higher value, that is 2. So number of jets required in this example are equal to 2. Now next example of Pelton wheel, in which gross head is given and head loss due to friction is given as 1/3 of gross head. Here flow rate, mass flow rate is given, angle of deflection is given. We have to calculate power and hydraulic efficiency. So in given enlist the given values, that is gross head, discharge. Now here deflection angle, we have to use the, we know that 180 minus phi is equal to deflection angle. So by this relation we get phi is equal to, that we will see in next slide. Speed ratio we have to assume, that is 0.46, and CV as equal to 1. Now here gross head is 510. Friction loss HF is 1/3 of it, so friction loss HF you calculate, and net head, that is difference between gross head and friction loss in meter. Nozzle discharge is given in meter cube per second. Phi we get 15 as discussed in last slide. So first of all we can calculate as usual V1, because we know CV and H. So V1 is equal to meter per second. Then we know the value of Ku and H. So U is equal to Ku into square root of 2G, as this formula gives us formula value of peripheral velocity. Relative velocity is the relation V1 minus U. So subtraction of these two, VR1. Now as in Pelton wheel, VW1 and V1 are same, so VW1 we take is equal to V1. VR2 and VR2 and VR1 also same, because K here is not given, means we have to take it as 1. So VR2 VR1 meter per second. Then VW2 we get from the outlet velocity triangle. This is a formula we have seen this in theory. So VW2 is equal to VR2 cos phi minus U2. So VW2 we calculate. We are asked to calculate work done per second on runner. So for this, either you use the formula rho a V1 times whirl velocity summation into U. Now here as discharge is given, so discharge is what? Product of A into V1. So directly we can put the value of Q here and we get runner power, that is in watt. Hydraulic efficiency, we use the formula in terms of whirl velocities, because in the calculation we have already calculated VW1 VW2. So here hydraulic efficiency we get in percentage. Next, numerical. In that Pelton wheel generated power head is given, we are asked to assume efficiency. Generation efficiency is given now here. This is what somewhat different kind of problem we will see. Pelton wheel efficiency is 87%, value of CV is given. Mean bucket velocity is 0.46 times jet velocity. Outlet angle of bucket phi, means phi is already given, and a relative velocity of water leaving the bucket means VR2, that is 0.85 times that inlet, means VR1. And we are asked to calculate flow rate, means discharge, diameter of jet means small d, force exerted, and best synchronous speed. Now this is what something different concept we will now see in later slide. For the 50 Hz frequency, and here ratio of a bucket circle diameter to jet diameter is not to be less than 10. This information is given. Okay, we'll see now. So enlist the value here. Now generator power is given, generator efficiency is given, so enlist that all the values. Okay, now see here, as the generator efficiency is given, concept of generator efficiency little bit we will discuss. Generator power is lesser than shaft power because here some loss occurs. So here generator efficiency is equal to generator power upon shaft power, this formula. So here in this formula, generator efficiency and generator power in kilowatt we get shaft power in kilowatt. So here we calculated shaft power, we use in further slide. First of all V1 calculate, because head and CV are known. Then overall efficiency formula you use, in that shaft power already we calculated in last slide. Take it in watt by multiplying it by 1000, putting the value of rho g h. Here we get flow rate in meter cube per second, that is capital Q. As this problem is of single jet, that's why it is a capital Q. Then for single jet, capital Q and small q are same, so jet discharge also will be equal to capital Q. Now Q is equal to pi by 4 into d square into V1. This formula, in this d, that is a jet diameter, is unknown, we get in meter. We can express that in mm also. Now we have to calculate here whirl component. So as per the concept of Pelton wheel, whirl component Vw1 is equal to V1, Vr1 is equal to V1 minus U, that we get by the calculation, and Vr2 is 0.85 times Vr1. So by this formula we can calculate Vr2 also. Here U is equal to 0.46 times V1, so U also you can calculate. Now from this outlet velocity triangle we can write Vw2 is equal to Vr2 cos phi minus U2. In this phi is given, that is 15, U2 already calculated, so we get Vw2. Now here this value is negative, means what? This beta angle is definitely greater than 90. Means we have to modify this triangle like this. So we modify this triangle means this V2 component is coming outside on the right side. Now for this we use the formula for force, and we know that when the modified triangle comes, then here minus sign comes. So rho into Q, VW1 minus VW2, here putting the values of VW2 and VW1 already last slide we have calculated, rho 1000 and Q last slide value we get, that putting here we get force, that is in Newton. Then wheel diameter, by using the relation here we can get wheel diameter in meter. Speed, to calculate speed we use the formula U is equal to pi dn by 60. In that pi into diameter already calculated above, U is calculated putting all the values, here unknown value, that is speed in RPM we get. Then here this is what different concept, synchronous speed. Now synchronous speed is given by the formula frequency is equal to synchronous speed into number of poles. This is a P for number of poles divided by 120. So frequency is normally 50 Hz taken, number of poles are 8 if not given, assume that 8 to 10, here we take 8, so putting values here we get synchronous speed in RPM. Now we have to find diameter corresponding to synchronous speed. So now we will here use the concept, that is U is equal to pi dn by 60. So this pi dn by 60 we can write for the revised diameter formula with synchronous speed, means pi into revised diameter into synchronous speed divided by 60. In this case 60 and pi get cancelled, so we get relation like wheel diameter into wheel speed is equal to revised diameter into synchronous speed. In this wheel diameter is known, n is known, synchronous speed is calculated, by this we get revised diameter, that is meter in meter. So in this way we can solve the number of numericals, variety of numericals and concept we have seen here. So in this, after this session, now you can summarize formula of Pelton wheel, and you can also solve numerical on Pelton wheel. If you like this video, please subscribe and share. Thank you.